Championships are minted within this building. Oh, goodness, it's great to be on campus at the University of Arizona Big 12 basketball on ESPN Plus Point Loma, a powerful D2 program out of San Diego, and of course the 10th ranked team in the land, the Arizona Wildcats. Glad to have you back on campus. He's Matt
Spec last Monday night, and he shot it really well.
Final exhibition that accounts for real 1 week from today against Canisius. Matt and I glad to have you back with us. Another big season ahead for the Wildcats. That's Jaden Bradley, the Alabama transfer a couple of years ago. Averaged 7. He's out of Rochester, New York.
Yeah, just a simple ball screen. Point Loma did not cover that well. And Bradley, nice little mid-range jump shot.
Deliberate. That's how you can describe Point Loma offensively. Their guards can handle just about any level.
Yeah, they're really, as I said in the open, they have big size, good size. You see right there, Luke Hop. I think he's their best player. They're going to run that Princeton elbow series. You saw a little bit of it there, the putback.
Offensive rebounds were a question mark against Eastern New Mexico early. Coach Lloyd doesn't like that. We'll see how they respond.
Yeah, Arizona saw 3-on-1 possession. This time they score that one, but right there, Awaka, he had 14 points the other night, which was great, but he was better on the rebound. He had 15 rebounds in that game. He was incredible.
Penetration, then a dish up top, a three-pointer. That's Division I programs. They're 4-2.
Yeah, say that again.
Like 4-2 against D1 teams.
And some of those are the quiet scrimmages or silent scrimmages. Oh,
how about that?
Okay.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Meet Tice Paulson, the Pac West Freshman of the Year a year ago. Right back at you, though. There's an answer from Bradley one more time.
Well, that was some
big brother. He's a senior. Tice is a sophomore.
See, they are really packing their defense in. They're guarding the ball, fairly average on ball, but they're really forcing or baiting Arizona to shoot a three.
Arizona, really, that was probably his game of the year as a freshman. And he scored those 18 against the Bruins, KJ, in just 23 minutes. Bang, lined up for Bradley. Hello, Mr.
Blocks a great time.
Yeah, but he had a crazy night in that game. A bunch of rebounds. Whistle underneath. And Townsend, folks, the other night had 24 points, 5 assists, 8 of 11. Stars, he is back. He had 19 points the other night. Last year, of course, watched from the side. Legend here on campus, but this man is going to be very important.
He was fantastic last Monday night, and again, he's got it all as a big man.
He's got some fun history in his life, too. His love tries to find him, and he does. Beautiful pass over the shoulder. Thank you very much.
Boy, wouldn't that be nice just to be able to do that just in the last 3 minutes.
Osar grabs the rebound. They've got a target up front. Touchdown the other way. Bradley's big night continues. That's 9 points.
That's why Bradley ran the length of the floor. He wasn't looking for the ball. He knows his two can bring that ball up the floor.
Some new names we'll get to know as Anthony Delorso, the Australian who transferred from Campbell, number 3 on that jersey. He comes in. Into the corner that one goes, and an answer from Point.
As a sophomore, I believe, against San Diego State, so he can absolutely fill it up.
And a chance at a 1, a follow, and that bucket is good. There's that.
See, the lefty, though, shot that right-handed. Nice use of his right hand.
He's professionally in Paris, France now. Was a Spur, was a Pelican in the NBA. It's a big broken play.
Big time.
And check out number 9 in white, Carter Bryant. Let's see if he streaks in. Doesn't in the exhibition.
Yeah, his length, we talked about it the other night. You can really see it in so many areas. Block shot right there, obvious. Okay, he's heat checking right now.
Oh, Dr. Jaden Bradley.
From Spain, but wearing it well right now.
Campbell transfer, Delorso penetrated. Basar now, help us understand, he'll shoot from there on occasion?
Absolutely, yeah, 2 for 3 the other night, and you can see that play. He was not just saying, okay, if I'm open, I'll shoot it. He was looking for the pass. No, I don't. Well, here's the question. Could I even get a point off from the Timberwolves, thinking he could get a point off the U.S. women's ping pong team? Not a chance.
But that was a fun, humble brag for Henry once I learned about that. Delorso, the Australian, turns the corner a little bit strong. Maybe should have used the glass that time. His bodyguard is there, though, Tove Awaka. Now,
turn around off the left shoulder, and I think Tommy Lloyd, who's been fantastic working with big men, will help him get to the next level.
Some pretty courageous passing as we see a skip pass cross court a moment ago. Martinez shares it with his Australian teammate, Anthony Delorso, the Campbell transfer, who scored more than 1,000 points in just 2 years at Campbell.
Hey, some guys, oh, here we go. Look out here, look out.
Carter Bryant, the pride of the Inland Empire in California.
Would you say dunk champion?
He was.
He didn't win it with that kind of, that was a nice one-hander. That was like, hey, I'm just gonna throw this in. Oh, nice.
Good fight. We've heard about Matur Dahl, the 6'10" young man out of South Sudan, transfer from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo.
That was a nice little jump hook right there. Walk in lane. Look at the catch. Wow, that catch was impressive.
I love bigs. That's all I was saying.
I would have thought if it, maybe a little windmill, maybe you don't carry the bags or get the donuts. But the one-hander, I think I need to see a windmill.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
So Lewis penetrates. Hey, you know what's fun? You've got a Carter Bryant dunk like that a minute ago. He's a McDonald. The portal, whether that's recruiting, that's a big point of pride. Hey, save those $20. Get the subscription for the price of 9 months, ESPN Plus.
Best money you'll ever spend coming this college basketball season. By the way, you mentioned all those McDonald's All-Americans as they go down low to Awaka. See E-Man right there, traveled on that one. Nice offensive board. But I think what's in team.
Well, he's got a unique family. They're all fluent in sign language. Both his grandparents are deaf, and they obviously have adapted to that life. And mom, proficient in signing. Matter of fact, all the local, oh boy, that's pretty. That's just straight willing a bucket, which Hop does a lot, by the way.
Yeah, and he uses both.
7 of 16 from the floor. Point Loma shooting 44%. 6 straight D2 West Regional appearances. 6 straight for Point Loma.
Character of his team and said, that's why nobody transfers from this team. That's each other.
Faith-based school, and there are expectations when you find your way to Point Loma. It's the faith fit, too, the values. And when not a single player leaves, I'm sorry, that says something.
Absolutely. And by the way, you've got to have a 3-0, I believe, just to get into the school. That's big time.
That one rattled home for Townsend. So jealous.
You've thrown out a first pitch, haven't you? A multiple.
I gave up a lot of hits in the minor leagues, but never did that.
You never threw out a major league first pitch.
I was usually up in a booth when I was calling those games, upstairs.
Your pops threw out plenty.
He threw out real pitches. That one
real pitches.
By Jaden Bradley. So now that's what, 16 for Bradley?
Bradley, right now, the bag is wide open because I'm trying to think. He's hit some threes. He's hitting runners. He's hit the nice little midi pull-up.
He's scoring 2 points a minute.
By the way, 7 of 7. He was.
You're talking about that game against Clemson as the second one rolls in and out in the NCAA Tournament Sweet 16 game. 8 of 9 from the line, had 18 points in a heartbreaking loss, obviously, for the Cats.
Well, we had a graphic. Gregson, our great producer, had a great graphic last week. We'll probably show it again on how he.
We know you have smart devices in your own laptops, and you're looking up and reading the Carter Bryants, the Del Orsos, the Townsends, the Awakas, even Mr. Emmanuel Steffen, the giant presence. He was in and out of the game a minute ago. Maybe not a ton of minutes this year, but a lot of developing, they hope, for Steffen. Pocket picked. Love turns the corner firmly. That shoulder was out front for him as well.
That's a physical layup right there. That's a man's layup, but it was KJ Lewis that created that steal.
You know what that is, though? That's a Big 12
And
layup.
by the way,
you better be ready.
Don't look down at anything because they're coming right back.
Lewis again. Defense to offense, it opens things up. This team, we always talk about their
big guys and the depth that they don't have that in Arizona might have. Obviously, top teams.
A talented senior guard. He's 6'7", man. This is, you know, and the level at which they're playing too. On many good days, you look at it like a Horizon League, right? This is a team that, oh boy, beautiful step back there and a pretty stroke, a confident stroke. That's Zach Paulson. He shot 50% from the floor last year and 85% from the line.
He's big time. He can absolutely play. Wow.
Oh, there he is. Hello, Caleb Love.
I said he was judicious the other night, not tonight. He brought it tonight.
Asar grabs another rebound, trying to add to that total. Delorso kiss up the glass after fighting his way through the Campbell transfer. Deli ball, they like to call it when he gets going.
Deli went a little up and under Deli move. Nice move there. Speaking of good offense.
How about some presence there from St. John Bosco High School, Winton Brown.
Feels to me a little bit like Point Loma's pushing the pace more, especially, well, and they got to get misses, right? You get makes, it's hard to push, but that. He's a guy that I just think he's the alpha.
Win a lot of big games this year.
Got that nice block there, but you can see him going to the rim. We saw the dunk, and I think that's one thing that'll be on Caleb's mind this year.
Ready to shoot. Matingu is from San Diego, St. Augustine High School. In College Basketball Reference, had them 16th in the country out of 362. Defensive rating had them 25th out of 362. That's just well-rounded. Beautiful movement of the basketball, and Owaka cashes in. Tobe Owaka.
Do not have the same size down low.
Bryant nearly picked that one off. Just face guarding that inbound pass. Clearing space and then dropping that one home. Just a quick peek at the Arizona bench from Zach Paulson.
A game where he can obviously spread. He's going to heat check right here. Might have had a 4-pointer.
Technical foul on Del Orso as he stood over the top. You could see it there as he doles out that foul. Zach Paulson now, and that tee went the other way.
Well, you wonder why he did that. I can only speculate, but here's my take. My take is, you talked about it. So he stands over, and I think...
Step to the line, Zach Paulson. 28 starts last year to lead the team. He had double digits in 25 of 30. Here we go.
And we got in his space there. Paulson, you could tell, got into him a bit, but that's a foul. They're going to protect three-point shooters. You know, you can... Hey, look. I think all athletes, good athletes.
Success. And this is Paulson continue. Spent a long time at the line. A long time at the line. Free throw and free throw and free throw. And Paulson, by the way, with 12 points to lead all scorers. Lucky number 13. 13-point lead, speaking of that. Townsend takes it.
Told us, the coach for Point Loma. He said that thing about Arizona that he did.
Something we need to talk about too, the conference itself. It was fun. Jamie Dixon at TCU. It was fun listening to those media days last week in the Midwest.
Sampson got his start in the Pac-10. Washington State, he had a lot of undersized.
Luke Smith is a freshman Texan. 20 points in a game against Concordia out of Irvine, California.
If you don't use the shoulder, you can kind of use the whole body. It would have been okay.
It's fun watching how, I guess the word is fearless. I mean, Point Loma's playing physical right back. Extra pass, Tice Paulson takes advantage of it. He drops in a three 2 times, by the way.
He probably was never double teamed, so he'll have to work through some things because he's become a better scorer.
That's a 10-point game, by the way.
And it was almost 7. That was a great look.
Townsend goes to work, spins off the glass. Pretty. Mr. Michigan hardwood. Owaka tries to grab the rebound. Lost the basketball. The beneficiary was Caleb Love. And a foul before things get started here back in front of the scorers table.
On the NBA, that'd be a take. 35 free throws the other night against Eastern New Mexico. That's a lot.
Per game last year, that was top 20 in the nation as far as free throw attempts. How about double defense for Owaka? A couple of blocks back to back.
Owaka's becoming a fan favorite right away.
Bryant takes it home on number 9.
That would have been a big answer right there. Not able to connect. Keep saying the game becomes so easy to Carter Bryant. That's why he's going to be high.
Carter's dad played at Long Beach State.
You can already tell just the hustle, the moves that he has.
You know, the length, the size, time he spent in the gym, you can see it. A rare miss. I think it's the first miss for Bradley, isn't it? 7 of 8 tonight with 16 points. Send it back the other way. Scrappy Martinez dives into the fray there.
Makes things happen.
And I think
energy and effort more than I've heard him in the first 3 years here. And Conrad Martinez really embodies that.
Well, isn't that how you rebound, and isn't that how you play defense? Those are two things that this team prides itself in. Speaking of that defensive thing, works out nicely. Oh, they love a shot clock violation. That's like, it's not about the dollars that come in on the sales. He wants your fanny in the seat as well. Thinking deeper than a lot of head coaches would think. And I'm sure this head coach has enjoyed what he has seen in the first step. I'm sure there's moments he's working on, but some positives.
Well, what I like if you're...
And obviously, you know, in the modern world as a head coach, you're keeping an eye on the books as well as in the world of NIL, making sure that everything fits, that everyone is happy. When you're that deep and that well, you talked about depth a little bit before the game. That's what you're eyeing. Now, I know it's early. Awaka has that one hammered. He'll come right back, and then he'll go to the line. That's a fun statement, though, if you're winning.
Great job getting to the line.
Yeah, I would think they never thought that that would occur. Arizona with 16 fouls, 10 to 10 that were doled out on the other side. Especially a technique like free throw. Is it just straight reps, or does somebody sometimes change their straight technique?
Yeah, there may. What I see most of the time is a little bit of a tweak. You might tweak one mechanical thing. If it's a lot, you could be in trouble. But if it's a little tweak, no problem. Not illegal.
Townsend, by the way, coming off a bucket. I'm not going to get away with like not finishing this thought because Awaka doled out the assist.
Yes.
I love bigs who pass. You know how I feel about bigs who pass.
I know you do, and by the...
As Lewis at the line, drops in the first. I think the biggest thing we don't make a lot of...
You're playing this system with Tommy Lloyd, the 4-man, the 5-man, they're both playing...
Assist number. That means bigs are pitching it as well. That's 4th in the land. It's interesting as Bradley comes up short. There's a second chance and an opportunity to go to the line. The other 3 that were...
Second in rebounds. You know, assists has been amazing. In the 3 years Tommy Lloyd has been...
Townsend drops that one home on a night in which he moves into double digits per game last year. That was top 40 in the country. Lewis trying to find the downhill ramp, couldn't do so. Townsend closes Love with great vision.
Well, and that's one thing Love's going to work on this year. He talked about it, getting into the lane, looking for teammates, driving to the rim, making stuff happen. Okay, look out.
Caleb takes it home. Oh, #1 with the hammer. Their depth might start to be challenged in this second half.
You can see Arizona really going inside at this point, trying to take advantage of that strength. As I say it, Townsend shoots a 3.
So that's part of that game. We know how much he boards, but that's the part. He's very intentional.
That was impressive.
And it was quick. I mean, it was in and out of his hands.
I know.
Low to the floor, doing his legs a lot more than I thought. Didn't elevate above anyone. This is like a good track and field dude. And that was part of who Trey was. And by the way, when we say Oakland, most of you know this, sports fans.
Always a team thinking about making the tournament.
Well, the Horizon League, of course, their proudest moment basketball-wise was years ago when Butler was in the Horizon League. And
that was nice.
Wow, that one's drained. Long distance, short. A miss for Tice Paulson.
And you can see Arizona maybe wearing down this Point Loma team with 14 minutes to go.
Love. Bang, and that was sweet.
Klay Thompson-like. Don't have to dribble at all.
Townsend nearly forced a turnover. Love with 9 points. He's 1 of 4 from distance now. Speaking of distance, oh my goodness, Luke Smith. The sophomore. 6'8", lining it up from distance. There's Vasar. And he'll go to the line. A couple years back, 22-23, a perfect 20-0 in conference play.
Yes. Basar's got a nice looking free throw too. He's going to get to the line. Look at all of them. He was just in line with Paulo. Some of them were actually better.
I'm with you. Let me play with you, okay? You just mentioned that per 40 minutes last year, 18 points, 14 rebounds. Oh, baby, Carter. You took my breath away.
Right? Over through campus?
Yes.
If they aren't, they should, right? Nice.
Little runner.
Nice move.
The cool
outside, he's right here with the ball. Number 4, he's a 4-man, but good off the dribble as he loses it. He's done a nice job, though, for them tonight.
Yeah, he lost it and kind of tweaked his knee as that one swatted away. Martinez penetrating. Wanted to get a goaltend there on that bucket.
That looked like a good block to me live.
Ethan Hamilton Leadership Scholarship, bearing the name of their late athletic director, who passed this past summer shy of 50 years old. Losing a battle with cancer, so to earn that first ever,
Eli Hamilton is here tonight on the bench.
They talk a lot about Point Loma and the concept, a role on the.
If you're the fit, there's a lot that's gonna fit in that school. The beautiful school, academics.
Some of the prettiest views on the planet of the Pacific Ocean. Bryant, nice job. He's got a bodyguard right behind him to clean things up. So we got to get to know this man, Emmanuel Stephan. I'm not stretching it to their version of the Final Four.
Yeah, I think they got as good a chance as anybody with the depth and the talent they have and a great coach.
And they haven't quite fit.
You can see him getting in the lane. That's big time.
The minutes extend just a little bit for Stephan. Bryant lines up the 3 and looked like he was born.
McDonald's All-American that can play for anybody, but so many, as you mentioned, 3 McDonald's All-Americans on this team?
Yeah, they collect them. They collect them, and they collect moments like that as well. Lewis with the hammer.
That looked like, to me, that was close. It was a fast break, but what they call the Gortat screen. That's where the big screens their man down low and enables the dribbler to get a free look into the rim.
Look at Bryant. Look at the catch.
There's your catch. Nothing to be not proud of. They've been really good this game.
Lewis to Del Orso. Right back up top to Townsend. What quick feet from the Campbell transfer. A board and a bucket and a chance to make it 3 from the line. Are broad. I mean, really looking at his back is where you can see it.
Now, to be fair, they're a player.
Yeah, the shoulder men, certainly he and Owaka when he gets out there. Nice job fighting against the big, tall presence there. If you're an Arizona fan, you'll get to know players like Jizzle James of Cincinnati and Hunter Dixon of Kansas. Elite basketball players. Meantime, at the D2 level, they'll
twice, but Rob, yeah, he knocked one in. He's fired up.
TJ Benson, Rem Bakamus, Ken Nakagawa, all part of that.
Long-time Dodger.
Don Sutton.
For a long time, he was on the mound getting the ball. Did he win a World Series?
Never did.
He never won a series.
Never did.
Whoa.
Oh, high flying. Lewis takes that one a bit in the second half. Just 6 of 21 now from the floor, Point Loma in the second half. Basar imposes his will with the bucket.
Yep, just height, and he has more. Loma team did beat a Division I team, last week?
Cal State Northridge.
Yeah.
Cal State Northridge 4-2 in their last 6 scrimmages or close. His head coach, by the way, before the game. Surprise, and my thought is on that one, Coach Lloyd, you're the best person to tell me who the greatest surprise is.
Wow, it looked like Owaka got hammered.
He did.
Okay, and the defense is going to get it, but he can push people in so far. That actually
played his high school basketball at Cardinal Hayes in the Bronx. They made basketball in New York, in the city.
Guards, you gotta outplay the guards.
Oh, he's bouncing around, asking for that basketball again. And he'll go to the line again.
I'm just.
year of high school, average USA team, average 12 plus 11. Check, very important part of the practice and the depth. So Whiteman, the first one to come on.
Yeah, I saw that. 45 games blew me away. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my goodness! We hope Mr. Steffen can find his. But Bryant started that one as he knocked it away. Martinez gains the handle. Deli ball.
Yep.
Bang! Oh, the Australian with the triple.
Well, the last draft boards right now, and he's coming in off the bench for Arizona.
Wow.
Wow.
Took a swing at that basketball and it popped it right free. I love it. So Addison not at all with the cobwebs when I believe it was USD. Jaden Matingu makes 1 of 2, but Addison, Zach Paulson with 15. Hopped, Luke Hopped with 11 for Point Loma. Barnes with 8. There's Arnold. He's been everywhere. Arnold all the way. Protects the basketball with the pair and a big reaction.
The emotion from Arnold as well.
His local paper, the Simi Valley Acorn, called his comeback from injuries the comeback effort of the century because he was so injured in high school. That's who's guarding him, and in his face, driving number 42 in white. Luke Champion, number 24 in white. Champion's got it now. And Arnold lines up the triple. It's off the mark. Another chance. Sven Jotmo grabs the rebound.
Will's got to go to work here. The spin.
I love it. My favorite part when this occurred, and Bryce, both Arizona alums, as he drops that one from Mizzou, played at Bishop Gorman in high school in Vegas, in Las Vegas. Over a 7-minute span, as you said, they wore him down. It counts next week when Canisius comes to town. 8 o'clock here in the desert. We'll have it for you on ESPN+. They'll allow Matt and I.
For this student body, they kind of moved him around a little bit this year. We'll have to talk about that next week.
Okay.
They just kind of moved him. They moved the band a little to the left. Kind of a cool thing that they've done. And now they're just going to hold it.
Opportunity for the reserves to play in front of a packed house. And for those who started and those who played early, it was a big night. Townsend with 18 plus 10. Bradley started out hot, 16 points on the night. Lewis with 15. The freshman Bryant with 13 base.